So, our journey starts with understanding why business innovation is needed at all. So, we live in an age where basically growth and relevance are two very important things, right? It's the story of how companies are trying to survive the relevance test. And in order to do that, we need to really understand the three types of markets in which business innovation really becomes a necessity. Let's start with the first market. So the first market is existing market. And I want you to imagine for a second sort of a sandbox in which two kids, in these photos we see two girls, that are really fighting for something. So it's us and our competitors, the ones that we know, the incumbents for that matter, the ones that are pretty well founded and grounded in the market, and we're all fighting for the same amount of money. So every now and then we exchange pockets, and so customers sometimes tend to choose them, they sometimes tend to choose us, but at the end of the story, it's about who gets the most of the amount that's out there in the market. So the question would be, what are the differentiators in our business model or value proposition that will make us more successful than others? But then there's another question that comes along, and that is the entrants, the insurgents, the startups, the other players that start stepping into this market. Which means that if we really want to talk about growth engines, we need to start considering resegmenting the market, in which the whole idea of resegmenting is about looking for those golden problems. And golden problems, as we will continue to talk about during this course, are really problems that are worth solving for customers. So who is the person we're looking to solve a problem for? Are they the right customer? Is there someone else we'd like to find? Are those types of problems being addressed by the other competitors? Or have we found a niche in which people haven't found yet the right solution, and we could monetize pretty quickly on that rather than fight for the dollar. Now, there's a third kind of market which makes the whole scene really, really challenging of business in the sense of business innovation. And these are new markets. New markets are really building the whole new infrastructure altogether. Now, this could be a new technology that's emerging into the market. It could be something else. It could be a new model, a new paradigm of business model that really changes the rules. The main thing about all of those disruptions is we're trying to adapt people to change their behaviors, meaning the way they're making decisions, the way they're using products or services. And these kinds of markets really determine the level of uncertainty there is in this kind of innovation. So what do companies do in those kinds of situations? So you're pretty familiar with the old scenario of strategic planning, isn't it? So every now and then, every 5 years or so, management or senior management really takes the toll on sitting down and asking those questions on, okay, where are we? Who are we going to be in the next few years or next decades? And so these questions are this periscope. And that periscope really demands people to go into something we call the strategy tea party, in which you invite all of those individuals that are really responsible for finance and product and R&D and other stuff and marketing. And then we get all together in the room and we start talking about our strategy.